I want to talk to you about the best credit cards for students with no credit. So, if you are in that category, if you are in a space right now where you are looking for, let's say, a credit card and you're a student and you have no credit, and so here are the top cards I want you to pay attention to. So, let me first talk to you about the Capital One Silver Student Cash Rewards. This is a great card if you are a social butterfly. Let me explain. Basically, what happens here is that you have the possibility to tap into many rewards, okay, and depending on your lifestyle. And so the recommended credit score here goes from 300 all the way to 700, okay. And also there is an intro offer on this card. I mean, Capital One has done things pretty greatly in the sense that they are giving you a $50 reward at the very beginning, and there is a rewards rate from 1% to 8% on this card. And on top of that, with this card, this is an unsecured credit card that actually has no annual fee, and that actually even pays you 1% to 8% in rewards. So that's really fantastic. Okay. I mean, obviously, with a Capital One card or with a credit card in general, you do not want to carry a balance if possible. Okay. So the APR on this card goes from 19% all the way to 29%. So this is the kind of card that you want to use to get the rewards, but make sure that you are paying off the full balance every single month. Okay. So in terms of reward details, I said to you 1 to 8%. Let me break it down for you. So you have 8% cash back on Capital One entertainment purchases. You have 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. You have 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services such as Hulu, Disney, Netflix, and so on and so forth. And you also have the same 3% applying when you go to grocery stores, excluding superstores like Walmart and Target. Okay. And then you have 1% cash back on all other purchases. The cool thing about this card is that overall, it has top rated unlimited cashback rewards on popular student categories. You saw that a little earlier. There is a $50 welcome bonus when you spend $100 in the first 3 months. And there is no annual fee and no foreign transaction fee. So this is pretty good. This is a card that you will love if you have a good social life, okay? Because you will earn the highest rewards by booking entertainment, hotels, and rental cars through Capital One's portal. That's why I said that it's good if you are a social butterfly. Next, let me talk to you about the Discovery Student Cashback. So if you're looking for the best credit cards for students with no credit, think about this Discovery Student Cashback. This card is great if you're looking for a high welcome offer. So this card is really great in that category. And there is no credit history needed here, so you can have a 300 credit score, and you can still qualify for this card. Okay, and so the cashback match actually depends, but you have a rewards rate from 1% to 5%, and the cashback match, by the way, happens every single year, so that's once a year. There is no annual fee, and the APR is way lower than what you have with the Capital One, let's say Saver One Student Cash Reward, the one that I just gave you. Okay, with Discover, you go from 17% to 26%. So you are basically earning, you are able to earn a 5% cashback bonus at grocery stores and wholesale clubs, okay, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. You have 1%, you can earn unlimited 1% cashback on all other purchases automatically, okay? So without a credit history, you may need a security deposit for some credit cards, right? But this Discovery Student Cashback doesn't require a credit score or security deposit for you to qualify. And the card does offer exceptional cashback rewards on rotating categories and a potentially lucrative welcome offer. So that's really good. And what I love about this card also is that this is a card that allows you to create your own welcome offer because of the match, the cashback match. Okay, so no matter how much cashback you earn, Discover will match it at the end of your first year. The subsequent years, nothing else is happening. First year, yes. So the cashback match is unlimited. So the more cashback you earn in the first year, the larger your cashback match bonus will be. And you can pay for school supplies over time with 0% for 6 months on purchases. Then a 17% to 26% variable APR actually is applicable. Okay. And but on the flip side with this card, basically the 5%, there is a 5%, how do I say it? The 5% cashback. This is actually, there's a limit. It's actually capped. It's capped at $1,500 per quarter. So spending beyond that shortens your potential reward earnings. Something to remember. And activating rotating categories every quarter may be a lot to keep up with for a busy student. Next, you have Pedal 2, Cashback No Fees Visa. So if you're looking for a credit card for a student with no credit, think about this card. And this card is great for no fees, okay? And with a card, no credit history is needed. And there is no intro offer though. But hey, listen, it's still decent. You have a decent rewards rate that goes from 1 to 1.5%. The annual fee there's no annual fee. The regular APR goes from 28 to 30%. So this card is the kind of card you do not want to carry a balance on. Pay it off as soon as possible. So you can earn up to 1.5% cash back on eligible purchases after making 12 on-time monthly payments. And you have 1% cash back on eligible purchases right away. So if you need a card, what happens here is that this is the kind of card I would advise you to get. Because if you need a card that's forgiving you as you learn to build credit, the Pedal 2 Cashback No Fees Visa card could be one of your best options. Okay, there is no fees, no minimum credit score, and you can be you can get pre-approved without a hard credit check. Okay, so while this card doesn't earn the highest cashback rate, it's still decent. It's still respectable for a beginner level credit card. However, it takes at least 12 on-time payment to earn the highest cashback rate, okay, on every purchases. So you may have to depend on the bonus cashback offers with select merchants to maximize your rewards. So what are the pros and cons of this card here? So the pros, there is a clear outline for how to earn a higher credit limits through their LEAP program. There are no annual fees, late fees, return payment fees, or even foreign transaction fees. This card earns a higher rates of cashback when you make 12 on-time payments. On the flip side, holding a balance on this card will be very expensive, right? Because I think I told you, you're looking at 28 to 30%, and you'll have to wait at least a year to earn the higher rate of cashback on your everyday purchases. So something to really think about. Next, I want to talk to you about the Capital One Quicksilver Student Cash Rewards. So this one is different from the Silver. Okay, the first card that I shared with you was the Capital One Silver Student Cash Rewards. This one is the Capital One Quicksilver Student Cash Rewards. Okay, so this card is actually great for a flat rate cashback. And so you are receiving $50 as an intro offer, and with a rewards rate that goes from 1.5% to 5%. Okay, so you can see that Discover is actually trying to go after a very profitable audience. Okay, so with this card, what happens here? You actually have a regular APR that goes from 19% to 29%. So you're able to earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on everyday purchase. You can earn 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Okay. So what happens here is that every student could use some cash back on their purchases. So this card is actually great because it allows you to get things done faster. So the pros with this card they include the fact that you have the possibility to be upgraded. So 6 months of responsible card use and timely payments can help you earn an automatic credit limit increase or even upgrade the card itself. There are no annual fees or foreign transaction fees, which adds to this card's long-term value. And there is a one-time cash bonus of $50 when you spend $100 in the first 3 months, okay? On the flip side, the card has a potentially high APR, which makes it expensive to carry a balance. There are no late fees, no late fee forgiveness. There is no late fee forgiveness while you're still learning to use credit responsibly. And there are no student-centered perks on this card. Another card that I want to share with you, and this one is a secured card, okay? The first 4 cards were unsecured. This one is secured. So basically, it's called the First Card Secured Credit Builder card with cashback. And this card is actually great for international students, okay? And so there is no intro offer. That's the automatic category. Sorry. So the rewards rate goes from 1% all the way to 15%. That's pretty good. And the card actually charges no APR. This is a secured card, so it charges no APR. Let me break it down for you. So you have up to 15% merchant cashback at 29,000 partner merchants. And up to 10%, you are able to get up to 10% random cashback on all qualifying transactions. And 1%, you can earn an additional 1%. Sorry, unlimited cashback with first card premium on all qualifying transactions on top of the 2 cashback offerings, okay? So this is kind of cool. So we're speaking about merchant cashback and random cashback, okay? So one thing you need to understand is that this card actually is going after a specific niche, right? International students. And those are often left out of starter credit cards that require a social security number to apply. So First Card Secured Credit Builder card with cashback breaks that barrier by offering a credit card alternative for immigrants and students from other countries. It operates similarly to a debit card since you can only spend what you deposit, but reports to all 3 credit bureaus every single month, okay? So since it doesn't allow you to carry a balance, there are no interest charges, which actually makes it a lower stakes way to start navigating the US credit system, okay? So this is really good. So the card actually works well for applicants without a social security number who have a passport and a visa. There is no credit check or hard inquiry needed to qualify. And since you can only spend what you have deposited onto the card, there is 0% APR. So this is really fantastic. But one thing you need to understand is that your monthly payments are reported to credit bureaus, but your credit utilization is not, which may complicate credit building. There are no standard rewards associated with your everyday purchases, and the minimum monthly fee of $4.99 and the foreign transaction fee of 1.5% on the standard card could make it costly to actually keep. Next, I want you to think about the Chase Freedom Rise. So if you're looking for a card for students, you will love the fact that with the Chase Freedom Rise, you can tap into a card that's great for actually building credit habits. And this card actually gives you a $25 statement credit. In terms of rewards rate, it's a 1.5%. There is no annual fee, but the APR is kind of high though. 25.99%. Okay, so with this Chase Freedom Rise, you can start building credit while earning 1.5% cash back on all purchases. Cashback rewards do not expire as long as your account is open, and there is no minimum to redeem for cashback. So this is kind of cool. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that basically, while almost all Chase credit cards require at least good credit, this Chase Freedom Rise credit card caters to students with no credit or limited credit history. So for the best approval odds, you will need to have a Chase checking account or a savings account with at least $250 in it within 3 days of you applying. Chase also encourages a good credit habit by rewarding you with $25 when you set up autopay within the first 3 months. So with responsible use and on-time payments, you will automatically be considered for an upgrade to the Chase Freedom Unlimited card after 1 year. So this is really cool from a flexibility point of view. And so if you look at the pros and cons of this card, basically you will be automatically considered for an upgrade to the Chase Freedom Unlimited after 1 year. You will earn 1.5% cash back on every purchase, and the welcome offer doesn't encourage you to overspend like other student cards. So those are the top 6 credit cards for students with no credits. Let me close to this conversation by saying that by just showing you the recap of this card here. Okay, so this is a recap of the list that I just gave you, something to really look at. And so you can see the Capital One Saver Student Cash all the way to the Chase Freedom Rise. Okay, so this gives you an idea. So how do you choose a student credit card without a credit history? Well, you want to pay attention to interest rates, fees, rewards, credit reporting, and the welcome offers too, because those offers will play an important role in your credit history. That's really good to really remember. And so you want to also you want to only spend what you can afford to pay back, right? Don't actually start accumulating debts right away. No, you want to only spend what you can afford to pay back, and keep your credit utilization ratio low. That credit utilization ratio is going to help you big time, because your CUR has an impact on your credit score. You also want to consider becoming an authorized user if that can help you, because that's how you can actually increase your odds of being approved. Okay. And so bottom line is that if you are a student, if you're currently in school, you don't have to really get a card necessarily, but this is a good way to actually start building credit right off the bat. Don't wait until you're 25 years old or whatever to actually start building credit. No, you want to really start as early as possible. Okay. And so issuers may approve you if you are at least 18 years of age and you have your own income, as long as you don't depend on daddy or mommy's income to actually sustain yourself. I mean, then the lender will work with you, whether for a credit card or for a loan or a line of credit. Okay, so this is really important. And you can also have some student credit cards that offer rewards. Okay, although please don't expect anything major here, because I mean those lenders, those credit card providers, they know that students are not the primary. How do I say it? The primary audience to actually think about collecting fees, like all kinds of fees. So in the closing remarks into this conversation, I spoke to you about the best credit cards for students with no credit. I give you the top cards and the overview, and now the closing remarks. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.